Welcome Pokemon Go trainers, welcome back to the channel. So in this video I am featuring the bravest bird in the Master League, which is Ho-Ho, and these battles are submitted by my friend. His name is Anitej, so thank you for the submission. So team he's running is Rhyperior, Ho-Ho and the Zacian. So do watch the video till end, and if you haven't subscribed the channel, please subscribe it, and let's find out how he finds the win con with the bravest bird in the Master League. So let's begin the video, and we have Rhyperior in the lead versus Kyogre. Actually we are double weak to Kyogre, and we are going to safe switch into Zacian because we have wild charge to threaten them and they are not dipping for some reason. If we can get the knockout, then it will be very good for us because it is threatening for the back Pokemon now. So we go for the wild charge but they block it. We can go for the another one. So I think this time they might let it go or it will grab the final shield, and they did invested the final shield, and it's a water type again, but unfortunately it charmed it so much that we were unable to reach another wild charge. So we are going to come into Rhyperior and they are about to reach a hydro cannon which will one shot us, double super effective on the Rhyperior. So definitely we are shielding and they bait us unfortunately with a disarming voice. Very good bait, and we are going to generate back to back. Actually we generate back to back and then dip into Ho-Ho, and they are going to throw here. This time they will definitely go for the hydro cannon. Definitely they are not baiting again because they are going to get farmed down now, and we have a brave bird loaded. So let's see what is going to come up. Maybe a Kyogre, and I think Kyogre is in a range where brave bird should be enough, but Yveltal comes. So I think we can go for Sacred Fire, but my friend decided to go for the brave bird hard hitting move. Let's see how much damage it does, and look at the damage. 90% health is gone, and here comes the Kyogre, and we have one more brave bird ready. So I think we can snipe them. Our switch timer is up, and yes, we are going to do that. So we are going to go for Rock Wrecker, and actually we do have back to back, one for the Kyogre and another one will knock out the Yveltal, and we are going to secure the win. So despite being tough lead, with the proper energy management and safe switch Zacian, we were able to overcome the situation and secure the win. So let's move towards the next opponent, and it's a Rhyperior in the lead and we have a mirror match. So hopefully they are not running Surf and we are running Surf, so this is going to one shot. So we are going to go for it, and this was a CMP tie. So let's see what they throw. Maybe a breaking swipe, and yes, it is breaking swipe, and we got the debuff. So I'm not sure if this is going to be enough to knock out. Actually it's a double super effective, and I think he survived, and one more mud slap was enough. And here comes the water type Primarina, and hopefully we reach Rock Wrecker, and yes we do. So this Rock Wrecker is going to do a lot of damage, or it might knock them out, but I forgot that it was debuffed, so it won't be doing that much, but still this much damage is enough. I think Zacian can just farm them down, but we have to shield this. This could be a hydro cannon, so we are going to shield it. So far it's going good. So I think let's see what the final Pokemon is. Actually they top left. So good game, and let's move towards the next opponent, and we have a Rock Wrecker Rhyperior into Garatina. So I think we are going to stay, and I'm guessing the team, this could be a double fairy at the back. Actually it's not. They have shiny Groudon, so we are going to come with our Shundo Ho-Ho. So we can farm up a lot of energy on the Groudon because none of the charge move from them are super effective. So let's see. I think they go for the Principal Blades, but still does a decent amount of damage, and we can go for Sacred Fire. This will debuff and I think it will knock out. Let's see, and it does knock out, and we have a Brave Bird just one Incinerate away, but they throw before us. I think this could be a Shadow Ball, maybe a bait. Actually they full send the Shadow Ball, and luckily we shielded the move. So we are going to go for the Brave Bird and we can grab the shield. Let's see what happens. And good thing is on the Zacian we are running Play Rough, so we try to snipe them, and this Rock Wrecker, I don't think it will be enough. Let's see how much damage it does, and yes, it is not enough. And there is a fairy typing Xerneas, so this looks winnable because Ho-Ho and Zacian can handle the Garatina, so we can go for the Rock Wrecker. They have to shield it, and yes, they do give up the final shield, and now we can let it go. They are going to go for Moonblast because they don't want to debuff. Let's see what happens. Actually they go for the close combat, so this is good for Ho-Ho. Now he can just farm them down. So just to be safe, sometimes Xerneas run Thunder, so So my friend decided to shield and they go for the close combat. And now we can just farm them down, have a Brave Bird ready for the Giratina, go for it, and this Brave Bird is going to be enough to knock out the Giratina, and our Brave Bird just secured the win. So good game, we won this match. So let's move towards the next opponent. Let's see what the next opponent has for us. So this time we have matchup against the Zacian and they are running Snarl. So we are going to stay and we'll go for the Rock Wrecker before they throw, and actually it was a CMP tie I believe. But I think we can take one close combat, but still we are shielding it, and this Rock Wrecker is going to one shot. If they don't shield, this is going to do hard damage. So let's see, and they decide to shield, they called it correctly, and I think we can go for Surf this time, but they are going to reach another close combat. Now we have to be very careful for the catch as well. So they threw close combat and dip into their own Rhyperior, and now I'm 100% sure they are not going to call this Surf. So let's see what happens, and they didn't call it, and here it is tough decision. So we are going to dip into our Zacian, and this could be a Rock Wrecker and it will be doing a lot of damage, and we decide to no shield here. So this is fine as well, we can save shield for the Ho-Ho, and we were able to just get farm down, but 90% health is gone. So let's see what he's going to come with, and he comes with Palkia. So this looks scary. So we're going to try to land the play rough, and actually they call it correctly, they shielded the move, and we are trying to reach another play rough, and this time they allow us, and they didn't try to catch here, and this is the loose con for them. But still this play rough wasn't enough, and one Aqua Tail I don't think is going to do super effective, but Special Rend might be a threatening move. They go for the Aqua Tail, half of the health is gone. I think they required back to back, and this is not back to back, but definitely we are going to shield this, and I think they will try to catch a move. So yes, they were trying to catch, so we are going to overfarm by one more Incinerate. So this Brave Bird is going to be enough to knock them out, and I think we have to try to catch. Actually our switch timer is not up, but one Incinerate was enough. So good game, we won that match. And now let's move towards the next opponent, and here it's a tricky situation because we are not running Breaking Swipe. An opponent is running Dragon Tail I believe, and he didn't knew that we are running Surf, and he falls for it. Now we are going to go for the Surf. Let's see if he shields, call it correctly, and answer is no. And now we can just farm them down, easy farm down. Let's see, and here comes the Palkia. So Aqua Tail will be enough to knock out, so I think we can let it go. This is fine, and now we can align our Pokemon Zacian against these Palkia, because we have a play rough which will one shot, and Dragon Tail, Aqua Tail is not going to do that much. So we are no shielding the first move, and that is fine. So we are going to throw a play rough. Let's see, they are going to shield it, and they are not dipping, so might be they are weak to Zacian at the back, and they are shielding here, and here comes their own Ho-Ho, but we have 2 shield advantage, so we can flip the match. So we are going to go for Sacred Fire first, just to debuff their attack. No, actually my friend decided to go for a Brave Bird to do more damage, hard hitting damage, and they decide to no shield, and now they are going to throw here. High chance they will throw a Sacred Fire, try to bait us, and yes they do, but this is fine. We have 2 shield, we are not going to save the shields, so we are going to go for another Brave Bird, and this time they shielded the move. So we sneaked an Incinerate, and we are going to let it go because we will save the shield for the Zacian. This Brave Bird will be enough, and now I think we can generate back-to-back wild charges. But before that we have to take this Aqua Tail. This is not going to be enough, but still we are shielding it, and now we are going to generate back-to-back, and we have a ready. So this wild charge is going to knock out the Palkia, and we have one more ready for the Ho-Ho as well. So this Zacian is going to close out the game easily, and this wild charge is going to be overkill for the Ho-Ho, and we are going to secure the win. So good game, we won this match. So let's move towards the next opponent. Let's see what the next opponent has for us. So we have Melmetal in the lead. So this is kind of a good lead, but superpower hurts a lot, and they are going to stay. The fast move from the Melmetal is not going to do anything, but we decide to go for the Surf. This will do a neutral damage. High chance they won't be shielding because they think that we are running standard moveset of Breaking Swipe, and the Rock Wrecker will shield this superpower. and yes, it was superpower, no baits, and they have back to back, and this time we can let it go because we can survive it as it is debuff. And now we can farm them down. No, actually they come with Kyogre, and we can come with our Zacian, and I think we'll go for the player up first. We don't want to debuff us soon. Actually no, we are going to go for wild charge. So we are going to go for wild charge number 1. This will grab the shield, and yes, it does. And they have a surf ready, so we are going to shield it. After shielding these, we can go for one more wild charge, and let's see what opponent decide to do. This will grab the final shield, but the bad thing is back to Pokemon are extremely weak to Kyogre, and we are trying to dip, but our switch timer is not up yet, and they are going to throw here, so this is fine. And I think we have stored a rock wrecker. Actually no, one more mud slap and we throw here, so hopefully this is enough so that Kyogre is out of the way. And actually it was not enough, and here comes the Dialga. So this looked threatening because Draco Meteor will do a lot of damage, but we have a Sacred Fire, so this Sacred Fire may be enough to knock out the Dialga. Let's see what happens here, and actually it is enough. And one more Incinerate, and actually they didn't reach any move. Luckily Rock Slide would have just knocked out the Ho-Oh, and now we can go for the Brave Bird. So we can say that this Brave Bird just swept the entire team alone, and we are going to secure the win. So good game. Let's move towards the next opponent, and there is a Necrozma in the lead. So we are going to stay here, and let's see, we can land a Rock Wrecker to do some heavy damage, and we go for the Rock Wrecker. Let's see if they are going to shield this move. Necrozma has decent amount of bulk, and actually they do shield. They called it correctly. This could be a Moongeist Beam, so just to be safe, we are going to shield this. So let's see. Actually they baited us with the Dark Pulse. This is very bad, and this time we are going to go for Surf. No, actually they reach another move, so this time it could be a Moongeist, but we call it, and we called this time correctly. So we are going to go for the Surf. Let's see what happens, if they call it correctly or we get the knockout. Actually they shielded it, so now it's time for our Brave Bird. We have one shield, so we are going to easily shield this Moongeist Beam. There is no need to no shield this because this could be a hard hitting Moongeist, and yes, they go for it. And here comes their own Ho-Oh, and we are going to go for Sacred Fire. And for this match I think we are running Solar Beam, so let's see if we can land on something. So we go for the Sacred Fire. It is not very effective, but still we don't have option instead of going for the Solar. So this could be a Brave Bird. No, actually they go for their Sacred Fire again, and we are going to go for it, and let's see how much damage it does. And almost he's knocking out. Maybe we'll try to catch. No, actually, and I think Ho-Oh will out of the way, and this could be a Brave Bird, and it is going to knock out. We can come with our Rhyperior and just farm them down. Let's see what is going to come. And they try to come with Necrozma to farm up energy. Actually they were trying to force us to throw energy, and we have a Zacian mirror match now. So I think even if they throw a 2 wild charge and knock out our own Zacian, but still we have energy on our Rhyperior, so which is going to be enough. So they go for the safe play, they go for the play rough, and we can go for the wild charge. So we are going to go for first, and I think few more quick attack is required for the second one. So I think Zacian can close out this game easily with a wild charge, and this wild charge is going to be enough to knock out their own Zacian, and we are going to secure the win. So let's move towards the next opponent. Let's see what the next opponent has for us, and it's a good lead for us. Hopefully they are not running Solar, and actually they dip into Lugia, so actually they are extremely weak to Rhyperior. So we are going to stay here, and we can go for the Rock Wrecker. Let's see if they are going to call it. Lugia is very tanky Pokemon, so it can survive the Rock Wrecker, but we are going to come with Zacian. We can absorb those Dragon Tail damage, but not the Aeroblast. This could be a Aeroblast. Let's see. Actually they go for Sky Attack. Maybe they were trying to bait us. So now we are going to overfarm a lot. I think we are going to generate back-to-back Wild Charge so that we can threaten the Ho-Oh as well, because Wild Charge is super effective on Ho-Oh being partially flying type, and I think Ho-Oh will return. Maybe not. Opponent is thinking here, and they come with Rhyperior. They know that we are running Wild Charge, which can be threatening to the Ho-Oh, so we can go for the play rough. because we are not running close combat, but still opponent shielded the move. Now we are going to come with our own Rhyperior. This could be a breaking swipe, so definitely we are not shielding this move. And yes, it was a breaking swipe, and we didn't get the debuff, which is very good for us. And they reach another one, so we can easily no shield, we can survive it. So let's see what happens. They go for the breaking swipe and we go for the surf. This time we got the debuff, so they might survive. Let's see what happens. Actually, it was enough to knock out, and here comes the Ho-Oh, and I can go for the surf now. So this surf is going to be threatening to them, but as it is debuff, so I think they can easily no shield this. But still, this is their last hope, so that's why they are shielding. But we have 2 shield Ho-Oh, so there is no wind con left for the opponent. But still they are trying here, so we are going to shield this Sacred Fire, and we are going to go for Brave Birds. So let's see, and I think more than half of the health will be gone, and all we have to do is one more Brave Bird so that we can knock out the Ho-Oh. They are not giving up, and here we make a Savage Catch just to flex. So this catch was not required, but still just for fun we did that, and we caught a Brave Bird, and still opponent is staying, and we are going to secure the win with the Brave Bird, Ho-Oh, shiny one, Shundo Flex. Absolutely, these were very entertaining battles, so thank you Anitej for submitting your Shundo Ho-Oh battles. So hopefully you have enjoyed this video. If you do, please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe to my channel. Also share with your Pogo friends. Till the time, take care trainers, have a good day, bye.